Hello guys, in this video we'll take two examples which are based on parallel axis theorem. So here is the first one, in which there are four spheres, each of mass m and radius r. They are placed in such a way such that their centers are spaced equally at a distance of 3r, making a square, and we have to find out the moment of inertia of this system about these axes. This is the axis number 1, this is the axis number 2, and this is the axis number 3. So we have to find out the moment of inertia of these spheres about these axes. So let us first of all name the spheres. So this is sphere number 1, this is, or we can say that it is A, this is B, this is C, and this is D. So the moment of inertia of the system about axis number 1 would be twice of 2 by 5 mr square. This is the moment of inertia of a sphere D and B, because the axis 1 is passing through their centers. Now the moment of inertia of A and C would be equal, therefore it would be twice of m 2 by 5 mr square plus. Now we have already located that this axis is parallel to axis number 1, and this is also passing through sphere A. So the moment of inertia of a sphere A about this axis 1 would be ICOM plus m into this distance d square, and we know that this distance d is equal to a by root 2. So this is m into a by root 2 whole square. Okay, so I1 is equal to 4 by 5 mr square plus 4 by 5 mr square plus m into, this is d is a by root 2, where a is the side of the square. So side of this square is 3r, so this is 3r by root 2. So this would be m into 9r square by 2, and it is also multiplied by 2. So the moment of inertia of this system about this axis 1 would be 8 by 5 mr square plus 9 mr square. So this is 53 by 5 mr square. This is the moment of inertia of this system about the axis 1. So now let's find out the moment of inertia about axis 3. So about axis 3, you can see that all the spheres are equidistant from this axis 3, and the distance of any one of them from this axis 3, the distance of center of any one of them from this axis 3 is d, where d is 3r by root 2. So the moment of inertia of the complete system about this axis 3 would be 4 times of the moment of inertia of any one of them, and the moment of inertia, let's suppose for sphere A, would be m r 2 by 5 mr square, which is the moment of inertia about its central axis plus the distance md square. So I3 would be 4 times of 2 by 5 mr square plus m into d, which is a by root 2. So this is a square by 2, and a is the side of the square, therefore side of the square is 3r. So a is equal to this distance d is equal to 3r by root 2. So this is 9r by 2. So I3 is equal to, this is 8 by 5 mr square plus this is 18 mr square. Okay, so 8 by 5 mr square plus 18 mr square will be equal to 98 by 5 mr square. So this is the moment of inertia of this system about the axis 3. Now let's find out the moment of inertia of the system about this axis 2, this axis. So this is the moment of inertia about this axis 2 would be twice of 2 by 5 mr square. So this is the moment of inertia for a sphere B and C, because this axis is passing through sphere B and C, and this axis is also containing their centers. So the moment of inertia of these spheres about this axis would be 2 by 5 mr square. So the moment of inertia of other two spheres would be twice of 2 by 5 mr square plus, now the distance between the axis which is passing through the center of these spheres, and this axis is also parallel to this axis. Now the distance between these two axes is 3r, so this would be m into 3r whole square. So I2 would be 4 by 5 mr square plus 4 by 5 mr square plus, this is 9 into 2, 18 mr square. So I2 would be 8 by 5 mr square plus 18 mr square. So I2 would be 98 by 5 mr square. So this is the moment of inertia of this system about the given axis. Now let's move on the next question. In this question there is a thin rod of total length 4L and total mass 4m, which is bent in a form which is shown in the figure, and we have to find out the moment of inertia of this rod about an axis which is passing through point O, and it is also perpendicular to the plane, this axis. So we can see that the moment of inertia, let's suppose this rod, this part of the rod, this one is A. Okay, now the second part is B, this is the third part, and this is the fourth part. So the moment of inertia of rod A and rod D will be equal. So I of A will be equal to I of D, and I of B will be equal to I of C. In fact, the moment of inertia of B and C would be 2 by 3 ml square, because in fact 1 by 3 ml square because this axis is passing through any one end of this rod, therefore its moment of inertia would be ml square by 3. Okay, now the moment of inertia of A and D can be calculated by parallel axis theorem. We know that this axis is perpendicular to the rod, and it is passing through the center of mass, and this axis is at a distance of, this distance is root 5L by 2. You can find out this distance by using Pythagoras theorem, that this is L and this is L by 2. So this distance would be root 5L by 2. So IA or ID would be equal to ml square by 12 is the moment of inertia about COM axis plus m into 5L square by 4. So taking LCM as 12, so this is ml square plus 15 ml square. So this is 16 ml square by 12. So IA or ID is equal to 4 ml square by 3. Now the total moment of inertia would be IA plus ID plus IB plus IC. So this is twice of IA and this is twice of IB. So I will be equal to twice of IA is 4 by 3 ml square plus twice of IB is 1 by 3 ml square. So I total will be 8 by 3 ml square plus 2 by 3 ml square. So this is the total moment of inertia. So this is 10 by 3 ml square. So the correct answer will be option number B. So this was a complete package of a numerical for parallel axis theorem, and we would be discussing perpendicular axis theorem in the next video and many more concepts which are related to moment of inertia. Thank you.